Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this one. This is my Formula 1 Miami Grand Prix preview for the next Grand Prix in this 2025 Formula 1 season. As we head to the second sprint weekend of the season, as we head to Miami for the second sprint weekend of the season. Obviously, we had a sprint, last season in Miami as well. But of course, there's not as many turns as the Cheddar circuit. There is 19 turns this time around the circuit. Quite tough to overtake. I think the best overtaking opportunity you'd probably say is turn 16 to 17, that non-start finish straight in sector 2. No, not sector 2, sector 3, sorry. Sector 3. Before you head to start finish straight, it's probably not enough time to overtake. While turns 9, 10 to 11 is a bit 50-50 of overtake, yes, to be fair. Bit of a 50-50 move. But that non-start finish straight in sector 3 is your best overtaking opportunity. Obviously, the UK schedule the schedule for the UK, practice 1 Friday the 2nd of May, 5:30 to 6:30 in the evening. Sprint qualifying's on the same day. Obviously, we've only got one practice session for the sprint weekend. So sprint qualifying on the same day on Friday, 9:30 to 10:15 in the evening. The sprint race, which is on the Saturday, 3rd of May, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Qualifying on the same day, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And the race start is 9 p.m. So quite a late one to be fair. But nothing better. I don't think there's anything better before you go to sleep, isn't it, than the Formula 1. The strategy died. Miami is a one-stop race, with the most common approach being to start the race with a medium tyre and switch to a hard tyre at about 1/3 of the race distance. Last year, between last 14 and 24 for drivers starting further back and out of position, the reverse hard-medium approach has also worked. Formula 1 arrives in the Sunshine State for a race unlikely to follow the two-stop high-down racing pattern established in recent times. It's hot, it's slithery, and the walls are waiting for the unwary, but it's also tough to overtake, and the tyres can endure forever. It all screams one stop, but does a different strategic picture imply a change in the pecking order, and what impact will be had by the noise gained in the sprint? Obviously, the possible race strategies are all one stopper, hard to soft, starting the hards, dawn to soft tyres, pit around 38 to 44, which is at the bottom. You've got lap 11 to 17 when you pit on the softs and dawn to the hard compound tyres. You can start on the hards and pit around lap 35 to 41 and pit for the medium, which is the medium tyres, which are the best racing tyres in F1. Or you can start on the mediums, and with only lasts between lap 15 to 21, and then you dawn to the hard compound tyres. So this is what happened last year. Lando Norris started on the mediums, and luckily for Lando Norris, I think it was a safety car, which gave him a free stop anyways, didn't it? Which gave him a free stop to go onto the hard compound tyres, which probably allowed him to win the Grand Prix. It was definitely a massive help. So the guys at the top, the guys that are on the front row, will probably start on the mediums and go onto the hard compound tyres. The guys at the back will probably start on the hard compound tyres, or maybe start on the softs. Who knows? But yeah, medium to hard is the strategy to go for, in my personal opinion. So in terms of my prediction, then for the 2-on-3. I don't for Lando Norris to qualify on pole. I'm not doing any sprint predictions. This is more, these are predictions for the actual race and who will start on pole for the actual race as well. But yeah, again, same old boring answer. I think Lando Norris will qualify on pole. I think McLaren, again, will be the quickest car. Maybe not in the sprint. They might not be the quickest car in the sprint because it's a different setup. It is a different setup. So the sprint, you would see something unpredictable, like Lewis Hamilton running in China, for example, winning the China sprint race. We may see that again with another driver. But in terms of actual qualifying, actual race, it will still be McLaren dominant once again. So Norris on pole, but for the actual race, prediction, I think it'll be a McLaren 1-2. I think it'll be Oscar Piastri. I think Oscar Piastri will win 4 races this season and make it 3 wins in a row. I think Piastri is more of a race driver for me than a qualifying driver, in my opinion. We may see friction between Piastri and Norris because Norris, he'll be wanting to win the World Championship. So we will see friction between the two of them at some point. Max Verstappen, he's well in the race as well. He's well in the race for the Drivers' Championship as well. I am not writing him off. Absolutely no chance am I writing him off. Because without that 5-second penalty, Max Verstappen wins in Saudi. He does win in Saudi without that 5-second penalty. And that's in the 4th quickest car as well, which is mental. I think Russell for his 4th. I think the Mercedes and Ferrari will split each other in terms of the race for 4th. I think they'll battle each other. Russell in 4th, Leclerc in 5th, Antonelli in 6th, Hamilton in 7th. I think Sainz getting the points again in the Williams, and I think both Haas drivers I do think both Haas drivers getting the points. I think this circuit should suit Haas as well, especially in the race as well. But we'll wait and see. So that is my Miami 1-3 prediction. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments, and yeah. Will it be 4 race wins for Oscar Piastri and 3 race wins in a row, or will Lando Norris strike back and pick himself up and get himself a race win? I think he's only got 1 so far. Hasn't Lando Norris only got 1 race win? Because he won in Australia, didn't he? He won in Australia. Yeah, 1. Because Piastri's won 3 and Verstappen won in Japan. So Norris probably needs another race win, doesn't he? To try and retake the lead potentially of the championship. And but so yeah, will it be Piastri? Will Lando Norris step back to win race? He won here last year, didn't he? Won here last year, which was his first 1-3 win. So he does have joy here, Lando Norris. Or will it be Max Verstappen? Will he pick up his 2nd race win of the season? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe, and see you later.